Shalom. Today I'll be talking on embracing love across faiths, part 2. The word Islam comes from the Arabic roots SLM, meaning peace, safety, submission, or surrender to God. This root compasses several meanings. S stands for Salam, which means peace and safety. A stands for Aslam, which means to submit or surrender. Then M stands for Muslim, which means a person who submits to God. At its core, Islam teaches that submitting to one God is not a new religion, but the same faith revealed to early prophets, such as Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. Christianity and Islam share deep roots through Abraham, making these two faiths interconnected. Historically, Ishmael cannot be identified solemnly with Judaism, Christianity, or Islam as they exist today, since those religions are not yet fully developed back then. Ishmael is seen as the forefather of the Arab people, and the Prophet Muhammad is believed to descend from his lineage. The term Muslim literally means one who submits to God, and Muslims believe that prophets like Abraham, Ibrahim, Noah, Moses, Musa, and Jesus, Isa, all submitted to God. This is why these prophets are revealed and mentioned in the Quran. Islam was founded by Prophet Muhammad in the early 7th century, around 610 CE, approximately 600 years after Jesus. Muslims view the submission of God as the same faith that was revealed to early prophets, creating a shared connection through Islam and Christianity, especially through Abraham. Hence, it is stated in the Quran, in Surah As-Surah, He has ordained for you the same religion which He enjoyed upon Noah, that which we have revealed to you, O Muhammad, and what we enjoyed upon Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:136 says, We have believed in Allah and what He has revealed to us, and what He has revealed to Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, and the descendants, and what was given to Moses and Jesus, and what was given to the prophets from their Lord. We make no distinction between any of them, and we have Muslims in submission to Him. Can you see that the Quran cited some of the prophets of old in their Quran? Islam and Christianity, while distinct, are deeply intertwined through Abraham. Both religions teaches love, compassion, justice, and care for the marginalized, as seen in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 17, and Quran 2:177. God's love is shown in the preservation of both Isaac and Ishmael's life, underscoring the value of all lives in His eyes. The story of Hagar searching for water during Hajj is a powerful symbol of God's mercy. No matter the religion you may belong to, we must learn to embrace love across differences. Life should always come first before religion. That was God's original plan. Both Islam and Christianity are religions of love, but love is hollow if it is only extended to our own family or religious cycle. True love ascends through boundaries. True love should go beyond your family or religious cycle. It is something we should circulate to everyone, irrespective of their color, religion, or tribe. It's time to rise above the religious divisions and embrace one another as brothers and sisters. Our common ancestors, Abraham, calls us to unite. My Muslim brothers will live in a civilized world today. Our ancestors may have made mistakes out of hatred and bitterness against their enemies back then when crafting some of our laws. And some of those laws are still affecting us today. Back then was filled with wars, nation against nation, tribe against tribe, without a future mindset that someday we will live together in the same locality and community. Fighting against each other in the name of religion is not the best part. This division still affects us today, but we must break the cycle. Fighting in the name of religion has caused untold suffering. Brothers killing brothers, sister killing sisters, father killing son, all in the name of religion. Love should come first before religion, for God is love. As a Muslim, the best thing you can do for a non-Muslim is to pray for them. And as a Christian, the best thing you can do for a non-Christian is to pray for them. Let's learn to pray for one another. You can defend your religion, but don't do it at the expense of taking someone's life. There should be freedom of religion. The decision of our faith should be by individual's will, not by force. Everyone is given the free will to choose the religion they want to follow. Let's learn to respect each other's religion and leave others to their choices when it comes to religion selection. Let love lead. Both Christians and Muslims trace their spiritual lineage back to Abraham. This shared ancestry calls for mutual respect, understanding, and compassion. We must learn to promote love in everything we do, transcending religions and doctrinal differences. Let love lead us, just as it led Jesus and Prophet Muhammad. If you are a Muslim, this root traces back to Abraham. Learn to promote love in all you do. If you're a Christian, this root also traces back to Abraham. Learn to promote love in everything you do. As brothers and sisters from the same locality, region, state, nation, continent, and the world at large, let's learn to let love lead. Christians and Muslims, it is time to unite in our common humanity, respecting each other's belief while holding fast to our commitment to peace. Let's pray for one another and remember that faith is a personal journey, one that should never be forced upon anyone. All in the name of faith or defending our faith, we shouldn't be. Everyone is entitled to a freedom of religion. Everyone have this inner choice within to choose whatever religion they may wish to belong to. Love should lead. God is love. We must remember that both Muslims and Christians are forbidden from killing the innocent. Both religions emphasize the sanctity of life. In Christianity, Exodus 20 verse 18 and Deuteronomy 5 verse 17 explicitly forbid murder. You shall not murder, says the laws of the Bible. Similarly, in Islam, the Quran stresses the protection of innocent life. In Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:32, whosoever kills a soul, unless for a soul, or for corruption done in the land, it is as if he had slain mankind entirely. And whosoever saved one, it is as if he had saved mankind entirely. Also in Surah Al-Isra 17:33, do not kill a soul, which Allah had forbidden, except by rights. We can clearly see that both religions recognize that unlawful killing is a grave sin. And even in the pursuit of justice, revenge should not exceed the limits. The sanctity of life is a universal principle. Let's rise above our religious differences and embrace love. That is, love as brotherhood. As brotherhood, tracing our roots to our common ancestors, Abraham. Let us focus on what Jesus instructed us to do regarding other religion. John chapter 10, verse 16. Jesus speaking. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they will hear my voice. And there will be one flock and one shepherd. Jesus speaks of people beyond Israel, showing his mission, including all who will listen to him. Those lost sheep are not just the Gentiles holy. It extended to all who are not in the fold. It speaks of other sheep beyond his immediate followers, showing God's care for all people. The other sheep are people who are not part of the immediate group of his listeners. It emphasizes inclusively that God's salvation and Jesus' ministry are not limited to one ethnic or religion group. God's plan includes everyone, not just one group, one fold. The earnest desire of Jesus was to bring them under one fold, one shepherd. Despite different backgrounds, all believers who followed him are part of one spiritual flock, with Jesus as the shepherd. Jesus as the shepherd of all wants all saved. We still have others who are not of this fold. We are to reach out to them. The fastest way is through love. God's covenant extends to all people, nations, tongues, and tribes. Love should lead, transcending religious differences. God's plan includes all people, not just a single ethnic or religious group. Ezekiel 34, verse 11 to 12 and 16. I myself will seek out my sheep. I will seek the lost, bringing back the strayed, bind up the injured. God promises to seek and gather all his sheep. And Jesus came in that same light, speaking of other sheep. Isaiah 56, verse 8. I will gather still others, to them beside those already gathered. God's covenant includes those beyond Israel. It covers all people, nations, towns, and tribes. Prophecy of including people outside the original covenant echoes Jesus' mission. Jesus instructed us in Matthew chapter 28, verse 19 to 20. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. Jesus commands his followers to bring others into the fold, which is similar to other sheep that was referenced in John chapter 10, verse 16. Similarly, in Acts chapter 10, verse 34 to 35, Peter acknowledges that God shows no partiality, accepting those who fear him and do what is right, regardless of their ethnicity or religion. Acts chapter 10, verse 34 to 35. God shows no partiality, but in every nation, anyone who fears him and does what is right is acceptable to him. This includes all people, not just the Jewish fold. The last words of Jesus is to bring others into God's fold. This can only be done through love, which Jesus demonstrated. This reinforces the universal scope of God's plan towards mankind. Always learn to intercede for people outside your immediate religious community. Muslims are part of the wide human community. We should love, show concern, and pray for them, even if doctrinal beliefs differ, to signify God's universal care. As followers of Christ, we are called to love, pray for, and reach out to those outside our immediate religious community. Muslims, too, are part of the broader human family, and their faith, rooted in love and submission to God, must be respected. Jesus' love for us is a model for us. If he treated those outside his fold with love, how much more should we? Prophet Muhammad too promoted love and peace through Islam, which is the true meaning of the word Muslim. Let's live by these principles. Our faith leaders should learn to teach love and unity, not division. Together, we can work towards a world of peace where love transcends religious divides. These are some of the things our religious leaders are supposed to be teaching, both in schools, churches, and mosques. If they were teaching all this back then, the world would have become a better place by now, filled with peace and unity in every setting. It is not too late, we can begin now. To the sharp aid, the martyrs of faith who died in both Islamic and Christian religions, may their soul rest in peace. My condolence to their families. the left behind. Let's say no to more of this violence. Shalom.